Hi everyone, Cendril here, and welcome to Final Fantasy 13. As we near the end of our Final Fantasy journey, going through the main games in the main numbers in the Final Fantasy series. We're here. We're to the final, because I did 15 when it came out. We're here at the final 3. Final Fantasy 13 is a trilogy. It has 3 games. More on that when we get through with this one. But we're here with Final Fantasy 13. The opening theme here is fantastic. Make sure to listen to it on your own time, because it's really good. There are a few tracks in Final Fantasy 13 that are just some of the best in the entire series. I have to say, there are some top-notch tracks here, and that's coming from somebody who has played through them all on stream. So I've played through them all at least twice. It really is. Some of the tracks are some of the best in the entire series. And that's saying something, because Final Fantasy has some great music. All-time great music. We're going to play on normal. And if I regret it later, then we'll go to easy. Final Fantasy 13 is really, really weird in a lot of ways that we'll get through. Change difficulty anytime, press Y to open the main menu, and then select settings. I am playing with Wired 360 controller. You should be used to that by now, but if this is your first stream with me, or you haven't watched any of my other Final Fantasy things, first video on the channel, I play with a Wired 360 controller. I grew up with consoles, used to console controllers. I'm playing this on Steam, so just so you know, and that goes over why you'll see those kind of button presses. Ready? Let's begin. We'll get to that, Maze. Oh, we'll get to that. Kind of choppy there. And I have a good computer.
13 days after we awoke, with the beginning of the end. Be quiet.
Best of luck. She did it! You alright? I'm not a Lassie. So far, so good. They all want to fight.
Good for them.
I'm in a way!
Hey, let's be rational now. Listen to the big guns now. What do we do?
Watch and learn.
Active time battle tutorial. Welcome to Final Fantasy 13. It has a amazing opening cutscene, although it's a little too they swing the camera around a little too much, so it makes it harder to follow. But even then, it's still really awesome. Let's read the tutorial. I was going to say something, but no, we'll wait. Time flows continuously through battle. Watch your ATB gauge, which is flashing now on the screen, slowly charges. Watch it charge. Characters perform actions by expending charged segments. Actions which they can perform depend on the commands you select. See how the bar is cut in half? It's like we have two different segments. Once one is filled, we can do actions that take 1 bar. When the whole thing is filled, we can take actions that take 2 bars, or 2 actions that take 1 bar. Makes sense? You spin them in chunks. As we go through the game, we'll get more and more ATB gauge. Well, more ATB gauge, I should just say. You can input entire strings of commands, then unleash them all at once. Select Auto Battle to queue up a set of commands tailored to your situation. So, Auto Battle will just kind of do it for you. Or, you can select abilities and put in the commands yourself. For now, we'll just select Auto Battle like it says here. And it's going to do that. This is a Manasvin War Mech. 2 attack actions have just been placed in your command queue. As you learn new abilities, you will do things other than just attack. It will also become possible to create longer strings of commands. Next, choose a target. When fighting multiple enemies, you could choose your target with D-pad. Since we only are facing this with one enemy, it's easy. Once you finish your attacks, enter more commands and continue fighting until you defeat the enemy. Note, we'll only be controlling lightning for now. Zaz will fight on his own. We're only going to control lightning for here. And you can see when you move matters. Blitz is a move that hits multiple enemies, which makes it really useful. Everybody that's in range will get hit by Blitz. That's why it takes 2 bars. You can also press right on abilities and repeat the commands. That way you just put in the same command over and over.
Not so tough now, huh? Hey, that wasn't like a challenge now, all right?
Zaz is so cool. Time to go! And yes, he dual wields pistols, which is awesome. Yay! Turbo check! Landed.
This thing won't give up.
Choco Chick is great. Yep, perfect 10. Let's keep going. Wave Cannon! I'm gonna get that swing in before I get more out of 2 swings. I thought maybe Blitz would do a little more, but no, that's not the case. I was seeing Zaz's damage, not Lightning's. I thought she was only doing like 15. I'm like, oh, I'm getting more out of Blitz. Swing now! Ugh, you're not down. Four stars. Eh. You get a combat rating every time. More stars, the better you did. Have you ever thought about streaming a Fire Emblem game? No, because I think I do better LPing those, and I can do them as Let's Plays. Battle duration, target time, things like that. 4 for the boss rating. Thank you, Mace. Could have done better. 6 potions. Don't expect those stars to be good for me. But not bad. And thank you for the bits, AJ. Sorry that I missed the question the first time around. There are other games I want to stream.
We did it.
Lightning's weapon is...
Supposed to protect civilians, soldier. I mean, you are sanctum, aren't you? What are you doing trying to stop the purge? Why don't you tell me that?
I was a soldier.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Yeah.
Chocobo, just can't catch a break, can we? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh well. Better follow on. I'm getting too old for this.
Getting too old for this. Hanging Edge, the restricted zone. Yeah, so if you haven't caught Lightning's weapon quite yet, it is Instrument of Fate achievement unlocked. Yay. Let's see. That goes right. Yeah, there we go. You possess an advanced digital journal known as a data log that autonomously streams information deemed pertinent. Whenever the data log records a new entry, it'll say data log updated and you can go read it. Like so. Lightning and Zaz are held aboard a military purge train along with the group of civilians destined for exile. In stark contrast to the uncertain and despairing people around her, Lightning appears determined and focused. She seizes an instant of inattention to disable a guard, and her impressive display inspires Zaz and the other civilians to take up arms against the soldiers. After clashing with army forces, the train crashes to a halt in the war-torn district known as the Hanging Edge. Zaz attempts to figure out Lightning's angle, but she shows little desire to share. The former soldier throws herself into battle without the slightest hint of hesitation. What could be driving her? So you can get recaps of what's going on. I forget exactly, is it a gunblade is what they do end up calling it as? Anyway, Lightning's weapons are really cool. They are basically long swords that can also turn into guns. They could turn into a gun. So it's a gun blade in every sense of the word. It's really cool. It's a really cool idea for a weapon. Zaz dual wields pistols. Vega 42s. Worn by civilian pilots for the purpose of self-defense in case of emergency landings in the wilderness.
Sure we can get through here?
Nothing back there. Live for a treasure chest. Question: are there any JRPGs you want to stream besides FF games? There are lots of RPGs I would I would stream. Save shop cancel. Let's save. Unicorn Mart. We can buy potions in Phoenix Downs. You start with 10 potions. And we got 6 from the boss, so I think we'll be okay. Let's hope so. Oh, the game is really light, isn't it? Hi, Magma Dragon. But I don't know if I can change the sound here. Like, for me. Coming into contact with the enemy will initiate a battle. Do you have sound options? You must be joking. Why do games not have sound options? Ugh. No, because people didn't like that, so I'm not doing that for this game. But I will be voicing my opinions. Because port, that's still dumb. Sorry, I went to swing like I was playing I was playing another game to get first strike. Alright. AC Blitz hits everything around the enemies. Useful when there are multiple enemies grouped together. Definitely use Blitz, it's worth it. Nothingly.
What do you suppose this is?
I don't know why the game is choppy. Like, I'm not dropping frames, and my computer can run this. Like,
Fixing to dish me already, huh? Like it or not, I'm sticking with you.
Oh, he wasn't in range, whatever. 30 FPS? Really? It didn't give me the chance to, like, change that? I remember not liking this. The camera has a bad habit of going back to like this default angle that I really don't like. I want a more top-down angle. And the game keeps wanting to give me the straight angle where you can't see anything. Hey, a potion. See, like, it keeps going here, but I would rather it be around here, but it keeps resetting. This little orb thing up here, in case the game does not mention it. I also do not like low-flying things trying to kill me. So I'm with Zaz 100% on that. There's a potion. I am sorry if the game is light, because it's light for me. And there's... I can up the game volume, but you can hear it's just their voices that are light.
Not wanting to get purged, I get. But taking on trained soldiers?
Better to die than get sent to Pulse. It's hell.
Yeah, well, hell's not sounding too bad. Because this place ain't exactly paradise.
Domesticated peacekeepers. Nothing to worry about.
Maybe not for a soldier girl, but I'm trying to say, hey!
Are you serious? Alright, hold on. I'm going to pause the game for this. Found in a Steam search. If your rig isn't strong enough to reach 60 FPS, and this is not an old computer that I have, and it's a good computer. The game is so badly ported that the CPU, you need a CPU with a very strong single-threaded performance, like an i7 So that's 7K or better. Like a what? Like a GTX what? Decent GPU, something like a GTX 770 or better. So I have that. Well, I don't have an i7. I have an i5. But still, I have a GeForce 1060. And I can't get 60 frames? Stagger! See that bar where that yellow bar up there? When it fills up, enemies get staggered and they take extra damage. Staggering enemies is really important, but it's not always the easiest thing to do. Well, I apologize for the frame rate on all this. This is already a bad start. 2 potions.
Push it now.
As you can see here, it's fine. Man, bad port. That's a shame.
Real nice from up there.
Yeah, the view must be real nice from up there because of the flood. Zaz has great lines. Yeah, look at that. Look at that slick shot by Zaz. I agree, Lucian. And this. Get an iron bangle, yeah. Which is 50 HP. Oh, that is the keyword there, isn't it? $50 gil. Get some. You do have to pay attention somewhat in combat to get the most out of your abilities, like Blitz, if you want to make sure you hit all enemies, things like that. But it's not super necessary.
Preemptive strike.
Why not paying attention to that's
For the element of surprise.
yeah, it's not a preemptive strike. Maybe you shouldn't have yelled out preemptive strike. Just item usage tutorial. Whenever your HP begins to run low, you can heal yourself using items. Select the items command to open your party inventory. Looks like you have some potions, which restore HP when consumed. The number you have next to the item's name tells you how many you have left. We have 21 potions. And then if we wanted to use it... Oh yeah, potions hit all allies in this, which is good. Heals 150 to everybody. Since a single potion heals your entire battle team, you do not need to specify a target. I do like that a lot. Using items is a free action, so you'll recover HP immediately without expending any charged segments of your ATB gauge. When you find yourself in a pinch, don't hesitate to use a potion. Remember, even if your allies are still standing, it's game over if the enemy manages to KO lightning. So you know. That last paragraph. Just remember that. But if you don't yell about your preemptive strike, how does the world know you got one? Yeah, if the character you control dies, it's game over because of reasons. But then the enemies don't know. Oh, they'll know after they're hit. Then I yell you do it in the right order. You hit, then yell preemptive strike. And then laugh.
There's no time.
What do you suggest we do?
Quiet.
Hey! Wait! No, don't leave me!
Let go.
The hell no! You're the only way out of here! No! Hey, that might get us across. Right there. Right?
Looks that way.
I love that. Hell no! You're my only way of getting out of here.
All right, you leave this to me.
Yeah, his ass got this.
Hey, this way.
I should have targeted the one in the back. You. By the way, this battle music, which hopefully you can hear, it's Blinded by Light. You can just look up FF13 battle music. It's some of the best battle music in any game. Blinded by Light is amazing. One of my favorite battle themes.
Seems to be in working order. Hey now.
There's something here. We heal after battle, don't we? In FF13. Because that's a thing.
Deportees, are we? Weapons down. I hate for this to turn ugly.
Like you skim.
Turn ugly?
Have you not seen?
To kill us without a fight.
Forget that! Aren't you cool? Attack chain. To initiate an attack chain, first select Auto Battle or Attack from the Abilities menu and choose the Psycom Marauder as your target. See the bar displayed beneath your target's name? That's known as the chain gauge. Keep an eye on the chain gauge as you strike. It used Blitz for model battle, whatever. When you attack an enemy, its chain gauge fills, hit home, and the percentage beneath increases. This percentage is called the chain bonus. More times you hit an enemy, the more damage it'll take. As the percentage goes up, that's how much percentage damage is taking. Right now he's taking normal, 100%. As it goes up, he'll take 105, 110, etc., etc. Continue pummeling the Psycom Marauder, boosting your chain bonus. But you can see the bar also goes down. If it gets all the way to the bottom, it resets. Okay, when it fills, the enemy staggers, like I went over. You can see that the percentage goes way far up. Goes much higher. So you do much more damage. Chaining attacks to stagger powerful enemies is essential to defeating them. Be aware, however, that an enemy's chain gauge begins to drain the moment it's staggered. Once the bar goes down, they're not staggered anymore. So take advantage of it while you got it. That will help you get rid of more pesky enemies. And will be crucial for some fights. For a lot of fights. Credit check. Which is basically money. You sell it for Gil, I think.
So, soldier. What's your angle? What? Classified military info? What's the matter? You quit, didn't you? Did you think I'm gonna go out there and just tell everybody your secret?
My angle. I'm after the Foul Sea.
That seemed needlessly complicated, all the turning around and stuff.
Still happy you tagged along.
Thanks, Maze.
Didn't have a choice.
Didn't have a choice.
More like extermination.
Huge. You stay here.
So sorry. I didn't mean to.
These people need heroes. Here. You keep your cool, and they will too. You got it?
Got it.
What's our motto?
The army's no match for Nora.
That a boy.
Yeah! Thumbs up. I get bits for boss ratings and FF13 as incentive. The Resistance Front. Tell Cendril to do worse. Yeah! If you watched FF... I wanted to say Brave Exvius, but that's not right. World of Final Fantasy. You know this guy. This is Snow. He punches. An army surplus item, this emblem uses amp technology to boost the wearer's attributes. He punches. It's awesome. This is Snow. He has a hand grenade to deal physical damage to all targets in range. Because, yeah.
It's over. It's all over.
It's far from over. Let's go.
Die anyway.
Man, this would have made for a much cooler storyline.
This is crazy.
Then take a nap.
It was like fighting against the oppressive, like
Dirt nap. You can save them all.
oppressive government. Like that would have been a really cool storyline. Like this would have been a cool storyline.
We're all in this together.
Yeah.
Our enemies, the Cocoon Sanctum, the dreaded Psycom, no less.
What's to dread? Psycom's nothing but a whole bunch of bluster and bullying. They got nothing on Nora.
Well, we are the heroes after all.
Let's prove it.
Yeah. Man, I disagree with y'all. I'm sorry.
Sanctum's gonna pay for this. Wrapped up and ready.
Right here. This is all talk right here. Have a grenade.
Gotta clear a path out of here.
Have a grenade. Me too, Lucian. Is it the same one? I hope it's the same one.
No more.
There are soldiers everywhere.
Yo, boss. What's the plan?
Guns blazing.
Charging guns blazing. Let's do it.
That's not a plan.
It's totally a plan.
Real heroes don't need plans.
Yeah, real heroes have tacticians like me. I mean, what? Oh man, because Snow. That's what we do because Snow can do that. Action hero style. Snow reminds me of like old style action heroes, and I love it. There's the punches. Punches! Yeah, grenades count as a split. Basically.
Only hope these people have.
Have a grenade! I love this hand grenade. Oh, you weren't quite in range. Whatever. We'll get to all that. We'll get to all that.
Don't you kids go falling behind now.
I still got 2 hours to get to all the mess that's coming up. Boom! Grenade! Right, but Maze is cooler. Maze is cooler than that for one. But Snow is cooler than that.
You all okay? Careful with those. Don't worry. No one's moving to Pulse today. We'll clear you a path out of here, so be ready to...
Wait! Let me fight with you! You can't expect us to just sit here!
Help.
Please,
All right.
let us help!
All right, you're recruited.
Okay then. Volunteers front and center.
Here, take this one. Here you go. And one for you.
Count
Go
me
for
in.
it. Here's yours. Take care now. Mom?
Don't worry.
Huh?
So I just
Hold it steady.
here. Yeah, feels good.
Yeah, nice.
Can you show me again?
You got it.
That's how it works.
You sure?
Yeah. Moms are tough.
That's right. Moms are tough.
Right.
It's the last one, boss.
All right, last one. Somebody take it.
Okay.
Push comes to shove. Keep him safe.
First impression of Snow? All talk.
That's fine. You're allowed to be wrong.
Lay low and you'll be fine. We'll clear out the area. We're going home together!
Come on! Everybody up!
Right. New recruits, on me!
Come on.
Moms are tough. Got to protect
Time to go, kiddo.
that person right there. And that's what that's what parents would do. It's like the prisoner outfit, if I remember right.
We're not
Those
losing
outfits?
SciComm, you hear me?
This'll be a piece of cake.
All right, got an iron bangle. Let's go. More HP for Snow, and he already has 350. Now he's got 400.
Stay sharp. Don't want to make their job any easier.
Get some!
Oh, yeah!
Basically, yeah. Everybody here is getting, basically deported off the planet. I got the best way I can put it.
Back us up.
Just because they were in the wrong place at the wrong time. But government gets to do that. So, Snow has said enough of that, and we're going to rescue these people. And that's what's going on. I wish this is where the plot goes, but it's not, and it's very sad. Because this would have made for a much cooler storyline, just sticking with this. But you'll see what's going to end up happening.
All right. Let's shake things up a little.
Mobilize beta force! Put down the resistance!
True, but now he's a resistance leader. Oh, you think you're cool, huh?
Heroes don't run from fights.
That's right. Except when it saves me time, but that's a whole nother story.
We fight and we survive.
Let's go, Mechanical Behemoth. You think you're cool? Let's go! No heat for you. Five potions. Cheating!
We got trouble! No kidding. Stay down.
Darn it. Missed it. Oh, because of the shots. That's cheating.
I told you, didn't I? Moms are tough.
Moms are tough. That's not great. The ship blew open the blew up the bridge. Huh, catch.
Get him home. Please.
Hold on!
No. It's okay, she's just falling into a church that grows flowers.
Come on. We have to move.
It's an out-and-out massacre.
Sadly, it is.
Those people won't even live long enough to die on Pulse.
That was the idea. Sanctum logic. They conjured up the purge to eliminate a threat. I mean, why carry the danger all the way to Pulse? Why not just stamp it out here?
There you go, evil government.
Execution masquerading as exile. That's all the purge ever was.
Which would be a really cool plotline.
Relocation to Pulse. How does the government get away with pulling crap like that?
Preying on fear.
And you knew this was gonna happen?
The purge was SciComm. Private Sanctum troops, not the Guardian Corps.
SciComm, Guardian Corps. Soldiers are soldiers, aren't they? Pulse Foul C and their lessee are enemies of the state. Tell a soldier to kill an enemy, and you really think it's gonna matter what uniform he's wearing?
Might have mattered to that one. Couldn't shoot. Got himself shot instead.
How about you? Orders say shoot, you pull the trigger? Fine. Forget I asked.
Right here, this would have been so cool. I know I keep saying that, but just wait 2 more hours. Stagger already. I can kill you because you're annoying. Oh, come on. But that will end up... Y'all aren't wrong, but it ends up being the problem in this game. And you'll see why. At least in my opinion. Oh, thank you for not hitting Zaz. Oh, there we go. Moving on.
What's that?
It's Final Fantasy VII Syndrome. I'll go with that. And you'll see what I mean by that.
Attention purge deportees. Attention purge deportees. Put down your weapons and surrender immediately.
You surrender.
Your removal is the will of the people of Cocoon. Should you attempt to flee, the Sanctum will employ every resource necessary to bring you to justice. This land is no longer your home. Cease hostilities and surrender at once.
Hey, it's not lit.
Sarah. Just what you were looking for.
Yeah. Right in there.
The Pulse Foul C.
Don't worry. We'll be okay. Here. It's too much, isn't it? Face it later. Ciao!
Hey, wait!
You said it made you happy when I smiled, didn't you? But really, I was afraid. I was always afraid.
So, how do you figure that post-fallacy is different from the sanctums? All things being equal, I just as soon keep one.
Time to jump.
Yeah, I know. Hey! Hey! Hang on! What the? Hey! Damn. She can do it, so can we.
Yay! Good job, Zaz.
Come on, come on.
Wake up.
What about the others? They didn't die. They couldn't have died.
Of course not.
Hey, get a grip, man! What's wrong with you?
Get him home. Get who home?
Toss me that.
Catch.
What are you doing? So what are you afraid of, huh? You're supposed to be the hero.
What's wrong with you? The story of FF13. Oh man,
Waiting
Lucy.
there, ain't she? Your lovely bride-to-be? Isn't it about time you picked her up?
Yeah. There's our ride.
Now you're talking.
Oh, good day.
How could they? Because they don't care. Like you said, it could just be them being scared out of their minds too, the government, and you'll get all that. Power circle. Using the latest military-grade EMP technologies, then will boost the power of the weaver. You lose 2 magic, but you gain 8 strength. I know what I'm using.
Standing there ain't gonna stop us.
Oh, Stagger, have a grenade! You also gonna have a grenade! Like all I gotta say is you just go off with what you see for now. With the story. Good time to stack. You're all that's left, darn. Didn't change at a time. Grenades for everybody! Exactly.
Yo, don't go rushing in on your own.
Heard your guild, yeah. You need to buy some potions. By the way, the lady that was with Snow isn't here now. LeBrew or whatever her name is. So if you need to heal, you got to do it yourself.
I want every weapon ready to fire. Stay sharp.
All right, on my go.
On my go. Grenade! And grenade.
That's a sad sound. Where's the soul? Hey, Godot.
Yeah?
If you don't know who you've got to save, you just protect them all, right?
Something on your mind? You got plenty of time for thinking on the way, hero.
Yeah.
Ready! Go!
I want one of those. I do too, Lucian. I probably wouldn't use it. I'd sell it for a bunch of money.
Don't shoot.
Snow!
Since when do you care about kids?
Paper for a fight.
Okay.
Hey, Snow! You made it!
Hey, go. So, you really managed to use that thing?
I think I'm done.
You're done.
Ow, what is it? That's the one.
Didn't you have something to tell him?
Yeah,
All right then.
but
I'll go with you.
what?
I'd rent it out. Oh, that's a good idea.
You have no idea what it was like. Oh,
Everyone safe?
the army's no match for Nora.
I meant the kids.
All accounted for.
Okay. Let's keep it that way, all right? I'll swing by the vestige. Keep the kids out of trouble.
You got it. Say hi to the missus for me. You go skirt chasing, I take care of the kids. Some husband.
Dinner's on me.
Better be home cooking.
When's the wedding, lover boy?
Don't worry, none of you are invited.
That's something I would say.
Catch you later.
Yeah, you could have let him know how you felt, Hope, but you just stood there. You're good at that. Anyway.
As you also.
Playing as this person. This is Hope. He has a boomerang. That is his weapon. It comes with the critical shield ability, which is, if I remember right, it throws protect on you when you're in critical HP. Oh, it's physical and magical resistance when HP is critical. Yay. The other person is Vanilla. She does not have a weapon currently.
You okay?
I want to tell him. It's just that.
Say, you know how to fly this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. In you go. That way.
If we go in there, that thing could make us Lassie. This is. I don't think I can.
You can do it.
What are you two doing?
Here we go.
Get back here! You hear me? Hey!
It's not quite protected. The post fallacy.
It held our future and our fate.
Yeah, sure it did. Sure, let's get another save in. If you didn't get it by now, the game's kind of choppy. And no, I'm not talking about the frame rate.
Where is... Oops. Well then... Guess it's just us.
What did you expect? Even soldiers know not to go near the foul sea. You become a pulse Lassie, and you're finished.
What do you mean, finished?
Haven't you heard, Miss?
Vanille.
Vanille, sorry. I say Vanille. Vanille.
My name. And yours?
Hope? Thank you. What were we thinking?
Well, since we're here, let's look around. Oh, check this out.
Hey! Vanille, where are you?
Yay, stick.
Well,
That's,
Hmm?
you're gonna regret this.
3. Solitaire attack. And Hope can just, like, psionically control his boomerang or something because it hits all those times. B&W Outfitters.
Okay, back to exploring.
Better stay close.
Instrument of Descent. We now have access to B&W Outfitters. City of Life getting you down? Answer the call of the wild. With B&W to protect you, a trek through the lowlands is a walk in the park. Why not leave the hustle and bustle behind and return to nature? It could be just the vacation your soul needs. Iron Bangles, it costs 500. Can't do anything there right now because it's expensive and we don't have money. Chapter 2, In Pursuit of Snow. Yes, we completed Chapter 1. Do you feel like we completed a chapter? Not really? Well, get used to that. Ooh! Really? When?
This place was supposed to be empty.
This place supposed to be empty. Nope. Let's see. It's whatever. November? Oh, this year? Why did we not hear an announcement at E3? Oh man, that would have been huge news. These enemies are silly. I like them, they're silly. Zwerg Scandroids, they're like little robots. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you weren't at E3 though. You could have still had an announcement. You could have gone to somebody else. You could have been on the PC gaming show. You could have done something. You could have got the word out. You could have just told somebody at IGN and they would have told everybody. Like, they want to watch soccer more than deal with the hassle. Sure. November 27th. Oh man, that's awesome. I was afraid we'd never get that game. So that's great. Also, Vanelle's weapon is cool. It's like part staff, part whip. But honestly, it's not a great weapon. It swings so slow. She's not a great attacker in that way. That was their explanation why they weren't there. Alright, that's legit. I hope the game's great. Like, I really do. I want it to be good. All enemies guard areas limited by their field of vision and other means of detection. Upon entering a guarded area, there is a chance that the enemy or enemies patrolling will take notice. Their trespass is a verb, a warning icon, blah blah. If your party leader comes in contact with the enemy, a battle will begin. Battles begin normally if the enemy was aware of the party's presence. If the enemy was caught off guard, however, you get a preemptive strike. Certain enemies, like Zwerg Scandroids, have extremely narrow fields of vision and can easily be approached unnoticed. It is always advantageous to do so, as initiating a preemptive strike forces enemies to enter battle with their chain gauge near the staggering threshold, so they'll be really close to not. They'll be really close to break. I don't think that counted. Coming right there. Oh, because the church just got in the way. I was going to curve around, but oh well. That's awesome. I hope it's good. 'Cause they've been working on that for a while. An iron bangle, cool. Because you're gonna need HP. Hop over.
Where do we go now?
Forward. Hope we go forward.
Aren't you scared?
Not so much.
You really don't get it.
Pulse Falsey and Lissy are bad news. That's why Cocoon kicked them out. They're too close to the Falsey. One-way ticket to Pulse. That's the purge in a nutshell.
Yep.
If they catch us here, they'll purge us too. And then
What's your problem?
what's my Pulse is hell on Earth.
We'll be okay. Calm down.
Get off me.
Sarah? Can you hear me? Where are you?
Yeah, this place isn't confusing.
Sarah, your hero is on his way. Wonder what that's for.
And now back to snow. Two potions. Nothing. Where men fear to tread. Correct. This is something we should point out in the data log. Pulse. Resting in Cocoon Shadow, the sprawling and enigmatic lower world of Pulse is home to a multitude of terrors. The land is commonly believed to be inhospitable to human life, and a strict ban on interworld travel forbids citizens from Cocoon from venturing there to challenge this hypothesis. Not even members of the Sanctum's upper echelon can claim to have seen the surface with their own eyes, but the attempted invasion by the world's savage armies several centuries ago is well documented. Widespread fear of a repeated assault persists among the populace even today, with colloquial events often likening the world to a manner of living hell. But that's not known for fact, other than the army several centuries ago. We don't know anything else about Pulse, but this is what's been drummed up about Pulse. Is it true? Nobody knows. But we just believe it to be true. Whether it is or not, maybe we'll get to see.
Bring it on!
Have a grenade. Have another grenade. Grenade. You get punchies!
This! No problem.
Nothing there. Nothing there. Forward it is then.
Just hold on, Sarah.
Fancy. Look at that. That overly complex.
Still won't budge? I think the door is winning.
Why didn't I listen?
Beg your pardon?
It was me. This is my fault.
Beg your pardon?
Cover your ears.
Oh, last charge? Oh, wait, hold on. All right, hold on. All right, go for it. Make it happen.
Make it happen!
I'm so sorry. Please let me in. Please?
Hey. What? How'd you open it? After you.
I love that. Cover your ears. Oh, blast charge! Alright! Go for it! Make it happen! That's what I would be thinking as well. So, some people see a door, other people see use for pyrotechnics. Anyway, shrouds are special single-use aerosols that can be used outside of battle and grant the party tactical advantage. We have a few of these. Fortisol and Aeosol bestow their bonuses at the start of battle. It basically gives you protecting shell at the start of battle. Decepsol, on the other hand, shields the party from enemy detection, eliminating any concerns of being spotted and attacked. It's also useful for avoiding combat and launching preemptive strikes. Enemies like Pantherons, whose field of vision allows them to monitor wide areas, normally turn hostile and display the warning signs as soon as they approach. Apply a spray of Deceptol, however, and you'll have no chance of gaining a preemptive strike. Left bumper while exploring. Shrouds wear off after a brief duration, so be sure to time their application carefully. And you can see what we have here. Yeah, she thinks that she was like heard by somebody, but it was just Snow kicking the power back on. Bring it! Preemptive strike's overrated. Not really, but I'm not gonna burn Deceptol or anything like that right now. Didn't get the other one. Nope, she sure doesn't, Zaz. Oh, I'm picking all the fights. Not that I should, but... Because we're not getting really anything for these fights right now, except maybe a drop. Like a potion or something. And Zaz will finish this off. Oh, come on. One of them barely saw me. Oh yeah, you got a prayer to strike. Get some! You see, you put them all near stagger. And then a blitz will finish it. Phoenix down. Are there any treasures over there? I don't see any. Look who's back. Back again. I love how he evaded. That was fun. Stop missing, right? And that's true.
Hard to believe no one noticed this thing for all these years.
What's that? Pretty basic combat right now, but it does pick up. Gladius. A little less magic, 2 less magic, but 10 more strength. The design of this gunblade, is based on that of a weapon excavated from a pulse vestige. And the weapon will actually look different as well, if I remember right. Yeah, see, it's got a different look to it. In what way, Lucian? Okay. Appearance-wise, oh yeah, I like it when you can see. Gear is kind of up in the air because then you get pieces of gear that are better, but you don't like the way it looks. Like as in armor, like I've gotten okay with characters always looking the same armor-wise, unless you have like a cosmetic way, which is the best way. You have like cosmetic items that don't affect your stats, but how you look, and then armor that affects your stats. But weapons, I feel like you should always have the weapons change looks. Like, I always like when games do that and you get these different looking weapons.
If those things are still around, might be some soldiers trapped in here too.
Of course, cosmetics would still be the
They'd
best.
probably be Lassie by now. Huh? Not even human anymore. Just post-Lassie. The enemy's a cocoon. Can't show him any mercy.
There's the next one.
Alright, back with Snow, who continues to his path upwards. I wonder how many times enemies of Cocoon is said throughout the game. Oh man, you can make a, you know what kind of game out of it. A beverage game out of it. Because it is said a lot. Spirit-filled and jolly time game.
Wrapped up and ready.
As Lucian says.
Ta! Ah! All right. Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way. Hang on, baby. Your hero's on the way.
He is here. Calling himself a hero.
He's coming our way.
What should I do?
I don't know, channel that anger that you just had?
But nothing I say will change what happened.
We could just run away. No daydreaming now.
Attack! For the soul! $30 gil.
You sure this is the right way?
One around. Okay, that's just gonna... By following the very convenient yellow taxi arrow, my dear Hope. That's how we do it. Which, thankfully that's there, or everything would be sad. What's that? While it's kind of neat to get a little bit of each character here, I feel like this opening part drags on too long. Or is it just me?
Can we take it a little slower?
You're gonna regret this.
Welcome back. Absolutely right. Yeah. Alright, I'm glad y'all agree with me.
Sorry.
Because we haven't even gotten to the main combat mechanic. And we're an hour and a half in.
We can't fight things like that.
And yes, if you think this was all there is to the combat, no. There's something that really changes combat. But plot has to happen first. Oh no, you're correct, Mace. Oh man, what's this? Man, those barriers stink. They're not doing anything.
What are they?
See, the scene failed. This is what happens when the sea don't complete the focus the foul sea gave them.
Yes, no!
Let's even these odds.
Oh, right, that's right. They're barriers for us, not them. Still kind of dumb. These are ghouls. Now, as you get the quick explanation there, I'm going to it a little bit more because I don't remember if the game does. So, you're given a focus if you become a lessee. And basically, I want you to do this. If you don't do that, you fail, you turn into these things. You become zombies, basically.
How did you get in here? You gotta leave. Okay, listen. Find some place to hide and keep quiet. Once I find Sarah, we'll all leave together.
Great incentive to reach your goal.
For dinner.
I guess so.
You.
Wait! Who's Sarah?
My wife. Future wife, that is. She's a pulse lessee.
No.
She's here somewhere, along with that foul sea. I gotta find her and set her free.
What's wrong with you? Why do you want to help a Lassie? They're the enemy. How can you save a Lassie? You're not... That's insane!
Why don't you just say it?
Probably. But I gotta do something, right? I'll be back.
Should we wait around for him and hitch a ride?
I'd rather go to Pulse. Why is this happening to me? When they found the Fal'Cie the other day, we were just visiting Bodum. But the army took us. Threw us on that train. Because of that guy, Mom is...
Probably shouldn't leave them alone.
And he wants to help l'Cie?
He wants to help his future wife.
Hey again.
Hey. Let's go with him. You gotta talk to him, Hope. If you don't take this chance, you'll regret it forever.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, but this is different. This is different. It's got a new
Thought you
soldier.
came for a fight.
My sister.
Your sister?
She's a l'Cie.
What? A pulse, l'Cie?
The Fal'Cie has her captive. But I'll find her.
Is she still... Hey, what was her focus? When she became a l'Cie, what did the Fal'Cie order her to do? It wasn't blow up Cocoon or anything like that, was it?
I didn't ask.
Listen to me. When a person gets cursed by a Fal'Cie, they become a l'Cie, and they get given a focus, right? How do I put this? If they don't carry it out, l'Cie end up as one of those things. What I'm saying is, if your sister's gone that far, I mean, she might still... How can I... Oh, man. There's no way to turn a l'Cie back into a human. Even if she completes her focus, there's no changing her fate. She'll live her life as a Fal'Cie slave. Don't make her suffer.
Just say it! Any l'Cie. Anyone who might ever become a l'Cie should be wiped off the face of Cocoon. It's people like you that started the Purge in the first place.
Oh, those are strong words.
So, that's a seat, Todd.
But that's where you're... I don't want to get too into it because there is plot development in there. It just... It'd be fine if Hope... If the character was more consistent. Like, I understand if he was just angry, it'd be fine. Or if he was just really upset, it'd be fine. But the fact is, he has this huge fluctuation every 3 minutes that just makes it feel like you didn't write. Like, again, I kind of made this thing about Vaughn. It's like 2 different people wrote his character. It's like they didn't know what to do. Ooh. Negates the first 5 points of damage from physical attacks. And plus 20 to strength. Yeah, equip that for now. And I'm going to give the Iron Bang those ass. It's like 25% of this game's problems could be avoided if he was just angry and lashed out. Like he was there with... Like he was about to with Snow. It's like he always hesitates at the last moment. And it's just like that's not real to me. That's just because of story writing. You did it just because of story, not because we wanted to make him feel more lifelike. Like if you were already lashing out as hard as he does, as much as he gets close to every little bit, you're gonna lash out the whole way. If he had low self-confidence the whole time and never really just lashed out as close as he does, it'd be fine. Again, that's just me. That's just how I see it. Right or wrong, it doesn't matter. That's just how that's how I see it. That's my opinion. That's what upsets me about Hope's character. A lot of people get upset about Hope's character because of how he whines and stuff. That's not what gets it to me, although that's how I felt the first time I played the game. I was like, he just whines a lot and stuff. And it is annoying. But, what I said before, that's what gets me more, is that... And exactly, no, that's another one of my biggest gripes. He's going to change one more time. He changes 2 more times. He finally, the character arc kind of ends. But then here soon, he's going to get a certain way. And he just stays that way for way too long to make him, you want to care about him as a character. To me, like, I sympathize with Hope. His mother died in front of his eyes. Like, he should be a sympathetic character, but for some reason, I don't ever end up sympathizing with him, and it's weird. Like, right here at the beginning I do, and then it just gets... Like, I know where he's... Like, where his mind's at. Like, I get it. But it makes me not like him as a character. Like, I can understand the character, but that doesn't mean I like him. Does that make sense? Yeah, in a large way. Again, it's like he had 2 different people write him at 2 different times, and he just keeps going between these 2 writers. Like in a with like two different attitudes. Like, how would I act? I have 0 clue. I would have acted at... He's supposed to be, what, 14, I believe? At 14, if I saw something like that happen to my mom. I have 0 clue how I would act. I may act exactly like Hope. That's fine. Just saying, we're in a video game, and it's different. We have a character that we want to invest ourselves in, and it's really hard to me to want to invest in Hope's character. Especially as the game goes on, because he stays a certain way, and I just don't feel like it's enjoyable as a character. No, but I can imagine how Hope gets here in a little bit, and it's not good. And I wish they would have done something else with this character. Like I really do. That's personal to me, how he gets. So, like, I get it. I just wish they didn't go that route with this character. That's the other thing that gets me. He's angry at Snow, and it just, like, it doesn't play off right, like, from a story standpoint to me. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, he wants to blame somebody. Like, I agree. It would have been, I think it would have been a far more interesting story if he blamed himself for not taking the gun when Hope handed it to him and fighting. I think that would have made for a far more interesting story. There's just a lot of things I don't agree with Hope's character and, like, the arc they take in. Some of it's personal, some of it's just from a creative directive that I sense. Oh, this is bad. Fighting two guys at the same time, I actually have to pay attention. That's just me. That's what I feel about it. Like, it's sad what happens to Hope, but I don't like how they did his character. So that's just me.
Sarah! Time to go. We have to leave before the army. What?
That's a post brand. That girl's on the sea.
I already told you that.
Post the sea are the enemies of Cocoon.
So they should die?
Listen, if she fails her focus, you know how that'll end.
And killing her is a mercy? You came.
Sarah! Sarah.
Is that my hero?
Let's get you out of here.
Hands off. I'm taking her home.
Sis.
I'm not your sister. You couldn't protect her. It's your fault she can save us. Sarah?
You can't save us. Protect us all. Save Cocoon.
Save Cocoon? Sarah? That was your focus?
Anything. I'll do anything. Leave it to me. You'll see. I'll protect Cocoon. I'll save everyone.
Somehow. I'll make things right.
You just relax.
Thank you.
Sarah!
I'll
Eternal life. That's not
Sweet dreams.
not really life.
Sweet dreams? She's not sleeping! Sarah's... she's...
She's alive.
No.
The legend. Remember the legend. The sea who fulfilled their focus turned to crystal and gained eternal life. It's the same with Sarah. Eternal life. She's not dead. Sarah's my bride-to-be. I promise to be hers forever. I don't care how many years I have to wait.
It's over! Open your eyes and face reality! Sarah, does becoming a Lassie really mean losing everything? What now?
The army.
The target is almost in place. Surface team, what is your status? Good to go. Resistance is under control. The assault proceeds as planned. Leave no trace. The pulse vestige never existed.
What's happening?
Must be a sanctum strike. Bring down the vestige and the foul sea right with it.
Aren't they taking it back to Pulse? That's what the patch was, right?
All they care about is getting everything from Pulse off Cocoon. Dead or alive, it's all the same.
We can't stay here. They'll kill us.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Trenchcoat, where you going?
Church go.
Day with the foul sea. Got some things to talk about.
What? You gonna ask it to help her? Are you out of your mind, kid? That thing wants to chew us up and spit us out. Well, what do you want me to do? Wait.
Lightning?
Ah, ran into that one. It's like there you had some, like there you had good moments there. Like Snow doesn't wanna give up. There's this legend, she's fine. Like punching in sea reality. Like you have those two conflicting there, which is like that's more interesting to me. I don't want to access, I want to move on. There we go. Snow and Hope's name should have been reversed. Yeah, maybe.
So this is foul sea.
Sarah's a crystal now. You gave her a focus, and she did it. You got what you want. Now let her go! Please, turn her back. I'll be your Lassie instead!
Fine. You go on begging. Like this thing gives a damn what we want!
Lightning!
It's this thing's fault the purge started. And it's people who are dying. Sarah told us to save Cocoon. That means this thing needs to die. What?
Oh man, all this mechanical stuff's working now. Nope, you're not leaving.
Come on now. You really think you can kill a Fal'Cie?
Why not?
Doing this for Sarah.
Dodge. Oh, I got a whole bunch of screens and stuff.
I'm in.
I'm in, let's do it.
As long as you don't mind an amateur. Got these things. Might as well use them.
Yeah, Zaz!
Thanks.
I do love the transition into how you do transition from kind of talking into the fight without the cutscene, without like a load screen. I really do like that. Oh, so lame. Because he put the thing. Initiating regeneration. Anima. Ain't it a little early for you? Yeah, but while he's doing that, we get free hits. Ow. And you see the breakpoint there is high. And you see he attacks you when those are up is there as well. So with that little claw there. So do be careful about that. Make him regenerate, then take your swings. That way you don't take that damage. Resonate magic. Another reason you want to get rid of those. So you don't do that. I see, you're not breaking anima. It has 300% to break it. Regeneration. It's almost dead. Kill it. I guess.
Where are we?
The death bell is tolling. Oh man, look at that. Super fancy. And all that's wiped out now.
When I couldn't see a future, and I was afraid. When the future was clear, and it hurt to see. I'd just close my eyes and lose myself in happier days.
Day 11. The seaside city of Bodham. Bottom.
Great spot to watch from.
The whole gang's here tonight. How'd that happen? Don't know. Destiny? More like dumb luck. Let's go find him.
Excuse me.
See you around. No, but I want to. Just missed her. She said she'd be at the usual place.
Thanks.
Sorry about that. Now, who'd you say you were looking for?
Here goes.
Here goes. Gotta pump yourself up.
Making a wish?
Maybe I was. I was hoping that tomorrow I could tell my sister. She'll be so mad knowing I hid it from her.
Don't worry. I'll take the blame for you. You know, you should ask for something bigger. These are wish-granting fireworks, like in the stores.
Stories, huh? The sea who fulfill their focus, they become crystal and gain eternal life.
Would help if they gave you some clue about what you're supposed to do. We'll figure this thing out. You will never be one of those monsters.
So what will I be? A crystal?
Yesterday at the store, I got us something. I don't know much about jewelry, but I hope you like it. I will stand by you, no matter what happens. yours forever. Sarah. My one, my only. Will you marry me?
Yes.
She said yes!
I was a nervous wreck when I proposed.
Gotta love these fireworks. They granted my wish.
Your wish?
Before I asked you to marry me, I wish that you would say yes.
Then maybe they'll grant mine, too.
What's that?
To have the courage to tell Lightning that I've become a Lassie.
Hey, our engagement is way bigger news. Oh man, I can't wait to see her face. She'll be my new sister.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hey, Snow?
Yeah. That was close.
Gorgeous. Our own private heaven.
All we need. Just you and me.
Thank you, Snow.
Sarah! Is this for real?
This must be Lake Russia. I guess we fell from up there. The lake turned to crystal? Help me out here. I mean, did the Foul Sea do this? How in the world did we end up here?
How should I know?
We're alive. How?
Sarah! No one survives a fall from that high. Not without a miracle. Sarah saved us!
Sarah? Listen, it's all your fault. She got...
Hey, 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 hey! Watch out!
Alright, welcome to the major game mechanic when it comes to fighting. We got here. It took us almost 2.5 hours. But welcome to the paradigm system. You can assign characters the most effective roles for a given situation by changing your party's paradigm. You can switch between paradigms as often as you like. First, press left bumper to access your deck. Right now we can set up to 3. There's just 2 there, but I believe you can set up 3. And then you get more. There's only so many you can have. Sorry, I don't remember the specifics right now. Each paradigm assigns specific roles to the members of your party. These roles define the spells and abilities that will be available to them, as well as their general behavior in combat. Think of these as classes. Wide variety of paradigms to choose from. Offensive ones concentrate on dealing damage. Defensive ones focus on party protection and healing. It's important to shift according to your situation. Current paradigm is Relentless Assault. It's a more offensive one. It has 1 commando and 2 ravagers. So what the commander will do, the commando will attack quickly, and they're good at chaining attacks. Ravagers are really great at charging the chain gauge. Ravagers typically use magic of some kind as well. Commandos use more physical attacks. Both of these are very offensively oriented classes. Solidarity, on the other hand, is more defensive. It has a commando that will keep the chain gauge going, but it has Snow as a Sentinel, which is your tank class, and Vanel will be a medic, keeping people healthy. Shifting to Solidarity will make Snow a Sentinel, boosting his defenses. Later he'll learn taunts and things like that, and Vanel will be a medic. One of your 2 great medics of the game. So when you paradigm shift, everybody will act differently. Like I said, Lightning is still a commando. She's going to keep on attacking. But Vanel will do nothing but start casting cure type spells, and Snow will do nothing but take hits. 5 for the Valsy. Thanks, man.
So we really are listening. Looks like it. You too?
Yep. Right here.
Okay.
Let's see to the last.
Why me? I don't even know you. Will you have to go and attack that thing? Just leave me alone. It's your fault. It's your fault, my... You could have.
Just say it.
All of this is your and Sarah's fault.
Watch it!
Yeah, that's the wrong person to go up to right now.
Sorry.
Everything's gonna be all right. You'll see. Come on. Off we go.
Instrument of Tragedy.
Yep. All playing for Team Post now. Why me?
Alright, now we can get into the whole paradigm thing. Okay, you do have all 6 right off the bat. Okay. Everybody starts with one class that they have access to. I don't think... Can I... I don't think I can change right now. You do learn more. There's a skill tree system where you learn more about your paradigms, but I don't think we can do that right now. The name of your paradigm will change depending on what you basically have people do. Lightning can be a commando or a ravager right now. She is good in either role, actually. Snow can be a commander, ravager, or sentinel. He's a pretty good commando. I mean, he's actually a really good commando. He's not the best. He's a decent ravager. And these are from things that I know. And he is one of the best sentinels. He is a great tank. See, this one's Delta attack. It's Commando, Sentinel, Ravager. And it just changes depending on what you do. Vanelle's a meh Ravager. She's one of the best medics you got. The other best medic you have is Hope. Which means I'm using Vanelle. AC of Solidarity, which is the one we have up there. Thaumaturgy. Ravager, Medic. I do recommend having a Commando and a Ravager because they're the ones that are really going to do your damage. And Medic is useful to have. Everybody is good at something. And because I can't go to everybody's right now. There we go. There's Hobes. Everybody will start with some and they'll get more as we go through the game. But everybody kind of specializes in a specific class. I'll get more into that when we can do more with the paradigm system. This is the main thing about FF13. It's kind of the main draw, really, is this combat system, which has its upsides and its downsides. Overall, I think it's a cool idea, but it does have its downfalls. As when she's a Chrysanthemum is not unlocked. Darn it. Okay. We have to go further for that. As a commando, Lightning will be able to use Attack, Blitz, which we already had, and Ruin, which is now non-elemental magic, which is really interesting. Some commandos get that. They get a non-elemental magic spell, Ruin. This is useful because there will be enemies that you're either really resistant to physical damage or we just can't hit with a physical attack. When that happens, Ruin is really good. Lightning has both high attack, strength, and magic, so this works out. As a Ravager, she has access to the Thunder spell. Kind of makes sense with her name, right? She can also use Libra. Real partial status ailment on target, which is that TP gauge at the bottom. More on that in a little bit. You do not have MP in Final Fantasy 13. Everything just takes gauge. Attacks take 1, Blitz takes 2, Ruin takes 1. Everything just takes, a different amount of your ATB gauge. But that's it. There's no MP. Attack and Ruin for Snow. Blizzard and Frost Strike, which is a physical ice attack. And a Sentinel, he gets Provoke, which is, hey, enemies, attack me. It's not guaranteed. But if you just have the AI do it, they'll provoke until the enemy is provoked and then start guarding. And Steel Guard, which you defend and your physical and magic resistance gets boosted each time you're attacked while Steel Guard is up. Again, Sentinel is your tank class. Ravager is magic damage dealing class. Commando is kind of physical damage dealing class and kind of keeps the gauge going. Ravager will up the gauge faster. Commando makes sure the gauge doesn't completely fall down. Commando, Ravager, offense. Sentinel's defense. Medic is, medic. We don't cure right now. Get HP back. There's no MP gauge. There's no MP, so just turn somebody into a medic and have them heal when you need healing. That's a very quick explanation of the paradigm system. I hope you kind of understood.
Trust the soldier to keep her cool through this mess.
Okay, if we don't know our focus, how do we complete it?
I think I saw it.
Saw what?
That is how a focus comes down, people. The Fal'Cie, they don't spell it out with clear-cut instructions. All you get is a hazy glimpse.
Which is the stupidest thing about this game.
That's what they say. You know, legends and all. Legends.
Did you see anything?
I just... It's all kind of foggy, but I saw this big, towering...
What? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Do we all have the same dream?
Ragnarok.
So, we all saw the same dream. We all heard that same voice.
You mean that was our focus? But how are we supposed to know what to do from that?
That's the tricky part. The dream's the only hint the Fal'Cie gives us.
Which is stupid.
Find out what to do with it. That's our job.
Okay. We're a pulse-Lassie, right? Enemies a cocoon. So, does that mean that our focus is... Are we supposed to...
Save her.
Say what?
Our focus is to protect Cocoon.
Really? Okay. And why's that?
Sarah told us. Let's do it. We're all in this together. I'm gonna look for Sarah. She ought to be nearby.
I'll come too. Wait!
Jeez. That boy can't stay still.
Really?
Commando, Snow, and Vanille. Oh, there's the Crystarium. Proving attributes. Let's open the menu. Lets you develop a character's abilities in various roles. Lightning can currently develop as a Commando or a Ravager. Each has its own path of development. Select Commando. As you can see, the Ruin Crystal is illuminated. Illuminated crystals represent known abilities. Lightning can use the offensive magic spell Ruin when playing as a Commando. Crystal next to Ruin is still dimmed. By extending the line, you can do it, you spend CP. Like, game makes this way more complicated than it needs to be. You get CP from battle. You press and hold A, and boom. There you go. You go to the next thing. Increasing Lightning's strength attribute by 4. So now she has +4 strength. Now, abilities can only be used when you're in that class. So you can only use Ruin when you're in the Commando class. However, stat bonuses like HP, strength, magic, etc., go across all your classes. So again, just one more time. Abilities you only use when you're in that class. Stat increases go throughout all classes. So it doesn't matter whether Lightning is a Ravager or a Commando, she has +4 strength. So press in the direction you want to go up, and hold A. But we've run out and we couldn't get there. So you get CP after each battle. This is how you learn your skills and make your character stronger. You can, it doesn't let you during the tutorial, but you can see how much you need. We've spent 41 of the 60 we need to get 20 more HP. And then we're going to go up and get Life Siphon. Recharge 1 ATB gauge segment upon slaying a target. So she kills an enemy. As a commando, she gets an immediate 1 ATB gauge. And there's a whole bunch of stuff there. There's magic. When you reach the end, it's either when you reach the end or you complete a whole thing, you can move on. Like it says level 1. These will increase as plot happens, if I remember correctly. And see, Ravager is different. Now here's the thing you need to know about the Crucerium and the classes. This is very important, so I'm going to outline it now. Later in the game, everybody will be able to do everything. Everybody has some set classes right now. Like Lightning's only a Commando and a Ravager. As the game continues, they're going to get access to the other classes. But not everybody plays the class the same. And this is where the Crucerium kind of falls apart and it makes me sad. Let's take Medic, for example. Because this is the one I know the most. Vanille and Hope learn every healing spell in the game. And trust me, there's not much. But they will learn every healing spell there is to offer. Nobody else does that. So even, it's a little bit of a spoiling, Lightning ends up getting Medic sooner than later. So she can fill in that role. She can be a medic. Everybody can. But she only learns some of the spells, unlike Vanille and Hope. They're better medics. They have access to all the spells. People will only be good at certain things. It's not that they can't be. It's not like Vanille can't be a commando. It's just, or she can't be a sentinel. She's just not good at it. And that's what stinks. Because you'll end up putting your party together because you'll need people of those classes if you want to get through the game. That's how it is. And it stinks because I really can't use the party that I want to use if I want to get through the game in a decent manner without completely pulling my hair out. Also, it's more expensive for people to do something they're not good at. Like for Snow to learn medic abilities, it's extremely expensive. And then even then, he's not very good at it. That's how it is. I love the paradigm system changing roles in the middle of combat and doing different tactics, like having a more defensive tactic, a more offensive tactic. I think that's great. But I hate the Crystarium system and how people can't become good at different things, and then you could use the party you want eventually. Like, it's fine if they had to pay extra or, there was some other thing they had to do to unlock it. That would have been more fine to me than just, nah, you just suck at it. You just suck at this class. And it's like, well, I want to play this way, therefore I use these characters. I need to use these characters. So, that's unfortunately how it is. Use something like the sphere grid system. It could have been. It would have been really awesome if they would have had something like the sphere grid. Where people were locked out of certain things, but not forever. Here, they're locked out forever. And it's a detriment. It's really not cool. You know almost everything. What do you not know? Fringe Ward. Reduce damage to nearby allies when you're the target of an area attack. And that's everything for... Yeah, you get more... The level will go up on the class as plot happens. So, yay. Do I want to do Ravager or do I want to do Commando? It does kind of force you to use certain characters, but we'll get to that because of how 13 kind of does things. We'll get to that. Yeah, HP. And work toward the 18 strength. Medic for sure. What ability do you learn as a Ravager? Water. She learns water. They're not in the party right now. I'll deal with them later.
We need to find a way out of here. We can worry about everything else later.
It does really force you to use certain characters to me, unless you kind of like overly grind. Chapter 3, Branded. Otherwise, the system would have been awesome. I would have really enjoyed it. Let's take this side path where all the enemies are. For random battles, you're going to want a completely offensive attack, especially at the beginning. Like, just a... to just speed things along. The battles can get very, very tedious, and you can really lose focus. Maze brought this up like an hour and a half ago. Because the game just plays itself, basically. Like, I just click auto battle for the most part, and the other two kind of get the job done. I enjoy what they tried to do. It just doesn't always make for super fun. Like, most of the time, I'm going to just be reading chat, and I'm just going to talk with you. Interactive movie. No, that's kind of the best way to describe 13. Way minus strength, plus a little magic. I know that's Vanille's thing, but... I can definitely agree with that. It kind of is almost like an interactive movie. Like the whole thing would have almost been better as an anime series. Personally, I don't think 13's combat system is good. For me, it often feels like some nonsense I have to get through to get to the next cutscene. I feel a little bit that way. I wouldn't say that's exactly how I feel about it. That's how you feel about it. You know, Maze, and I get that.
No problem.
like, I love the idea of the paradigm system and shifting, and I love it tried to have some tactical elements to it, and I like that. But like I said, most of the time, the battles for me are just what you saw. They're me just clicking auto battle and not really paying attention.
Magic may be cursed, but it makes us stronger, doesn't it? Just to stop us from putting it to good use.
Exactly, Snow. Where'd it go? Cursed already, might as well use it.
We fight it! Ragnarok! That's the reason we're Lassie. To stop it. To keep Cocoon safe.
Yeah, why don't you give us one reason to believe that? One reason.
Sarah. She said to protect Cocoon. And then she turned to Crystal. That's the proof right there. She completed her focus. That means ours is to save Cocoon. Sarah's fal'Cie was the same as ours. Our focus has got to be the same. We were chosen to be guardians. To defeat Ragnarok. It makes sense.
What the hell it does? You're grasping at straws, son. Post fal'Cie are Cocoon's enemies. We just got recruited by one of them.
Oh, see, I love Snow.
If I were a betting man, I'd put us on the other side.
So Sarah's an enemy too? Well, I don't buy it. We have the power to save Cocoon if we work together and carry out our focus.
The fal'Cie took Sarah from us, and you want to help it? Whose side are you on?
I agree. Whose side are you on? Ours?
Behind your heads. You fall off the purge train?
Maybe.
Are you talking back to me? Huh? Huh?
Nice gun.
Stop her! Free!
They needed Lightning doing more of this throughout the game. Like, they just needed more of that right there. Command execution tutorial. I this is gonna come off wrong, but I'm semi-serious. Is that how y'all look at me then? Because I think I'm a lot like Snow. And his logic is sound here. It's not like everybody lashes out at him, but the logic is sound. Yes! Well, there you go. I'll live with it. You wish to manually enter commands in battle, you can... It's telling you to do this. Becoming Lassie extended Lightning's ATB gauge by one segment, meaning she can have 3 consecutive commands. Now that her gauge is longer, it also takes longer to fill. However, you can execute commands at any time. You just press Y. So basically, if I use Blitz and press... Oh, it's not going to let me. If I just use Blitz and press Y, the other gauge just gets carried over because I'm not using it. So I'd start with 1 and start to fill up again. So like if I just wanted to use Blitz, I can just use Blitz. Of course you're not. You are a superhero? I'm really not. I'm like Snow. I'm kind of a wannabe superhero. But I try really hard like Snow. Like, I really feel for Snow.
Guy's a psycho, yeah?
Yeah, but now you'll have powers.
Cream of the crop.
Yeah, but SciComm's an anti-pulse task force. Haven't fought a war in centuries. Bunch of rookie troops swinging around overpriced toys.
So, from what you're telling me, sounds like a regular old soldier that's got more training than special forces.
Nothing for us Lassie to be afraid of.
Cut the crap. Their grunts might be green, But SciComm's elites are cold-blooded beasts. They hit the field and it's game over.
Uh-oh. Then let's run away. Ciao.
Peace!
Hey, wait! What's a man to do?
I don't like how they interact with Snow either. Like he's trying to make the best of the situation. And it's like, you know what, screw it, let's go. Which I'm down for as a character, but everybody else just treats him. No, I agree with that. It's like garbage. Like, I've always felt for Snow. I guess that's why I always like him as a character. I guess I just sympathize with him. Like, why he's doing this. Like, if you think I wouldn't try to do everything on God's green earth to like save Knight, then you're crazy. Get that treasure chest. Well, that was super finicky. 7 chipped fangs. That'll get to another mechanic we have later. It's just to end this episode. This story bothers me so much. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it really does. It just there are so many more cool things we could have done with Final Fantasy 13 story. Instead, we're gonna get what you're gonna see for the next 6 chapters, and it's just not great, in my opinion. But we'll end up getting to that as we continue through FF13. There's things I like about 13, things I don't like about 13. And we'll be getting to all that and more. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. Whether you agree or disagree with me, I hope you enjoyed. And tune back in for more. Because there's more. Until tomorrow. I'm Cendril9. Have a great day. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.